Do you want to start the game again?
Welcome back to Mystical Everyday Heroes, or Meh, the podcast about people who are not mystical nor heroic, just everyday folks hunting for witches. It's not even Halloween anymore. We're in November, but still, it's just fun to be spooky.
It's still Halloween.
It still looks like Halloween in this
It's
apartment.
Halloween in
100%.
our soul.
It's still Halloween in our apartment. So.
Yes, we wore witch hats today. It was
we're
fun.
sitting under witch hats right now.
They're adorable. It's a vibe. With us, we have, let's see, who do I want to pick on first? With us, we have Kailyn Kroll playing the Burrito Master, Stan Smallman.
Burrito Master.
That was an incredible throwback.
Thank you.
I loved it. Throwback callback is what I meant.
Incredible.
I was still thinking my fact, Brandy.
That's why I picked on you. I knew
know,
it would
that
make
was
you
really
uncomfortable. That was a
unkind.
teacher
It's okay.
move.
It's a great improv exercise.
I was gonna make something up from when Stan was a baby. So maybe we'll say that when Stan was a baby, he's been biting ankles since the crib. You know what I mean? Like he would get kicked out of daycare because he was biting the ankles of the other kids.
Since the crib.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's just like a bad habit he's never broken.
Other people bite their fingernails and Stan just
I
bites
bite
other
ankles.
people's ankles.
Yeah, he doesn't bite his own.
That would be
Defending
weird.
that way just feels a little bit weird. So everybody else's are fair game.
Totally fair. We
Weapon
also
of choice, teeth.
we also have Stephie Patterson playing the Thrower of Rocks, Misphi Faewilde.
I rock.
Angie Rose.
Wow. God, so ready.
I don't have a fact at the ready, so I'm going to use my fact earlier that Misphi likes, her favorite drink is chai. Chai tea.
Ooh.
I'm drinking it right now. It's pumpkin
I
spice.
love a chai tea.
Typical white girl.
So good.
Green hair, white girl.
Green hair, white girl.
Green,
Yeah.
I love that.
Green hair, white girl, and chai tea. I love that for you.
Me too.
We also
delicious.
have Jake Salisbury playing the Not a Bird, Era Cockra, Meryl
Not
Cheep.
a bird.
But birds' lives matter.
Famously not a bird.
Famously not a bird, you guys.
That's canon.
I would say that Meryl's fact tonight. Well, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. You know, I think the weapon of choice that Meryl will always go to is his good looks. You know.
Because they're terrifying.
No, hear me
I
out.
thought it was going to be like throwing stars or something.
Hear me out.
I wish you could see Stan's eye roll.
It's
Like,
so impressive.
His weapon of choice is his good looks because he rolls really high in charisma. So that's the only thing he really has going for him in any given fight situation, which is why you may have noticed that he just like desperately avoids fighting. He just kind of picks people up when he gets stressed out. Otherwise,
Yeah, he is good at that.
otherwise, all he can really do is slash them to death, and that makes him feel kind of bad. So,
He's a lower whore.
God, yeah, he is. He totally is. So that's tough. And I yield my time.
Well, in that case, we have Matt Rail playing the thrower of the second Boston Tea Party,
All right.
Alfonzo
Which Boston did you
Windbreaker.
throw?
Hopefully not Empress.
Never Empress.
Never the Empress.
You would never toss the Empress. That's
So Alfonso's everyday fact is that upon graduating military school, he did have a portrait made of him. And, you know, part of being the nobility heiress, that was a really big deal for him. The portrait he really, really likes, and it's hanging in his family's castle, the capital there. Ooh. He likes it, but there's one thing he doesn't like. And he thinks that the portrait does not do his hair justice. He thinks that overall, like, the facial features are good. He's dressed, you know, to perfection.
Does he look really like ripped?
Oh, it's accurate. So, like, somewhat. He's not like.
He's like, I mean, it's
It's real, so yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Squat goals.
It's like a 12.
It doesn't like over buff him anything, but I mean, it's
But
good.
he's buff.
It makes him look good, you know.
He's in good shape.
But the hair, though, he's like, and it looks almost like there's a couple of hairs out of place, and he doesn't like it.
They painted a hair out of place.
Just
They did you
barely.
dirty.
I know. But,
Did you like date his cousin or something
I was
and
going to say,
break
you
his
better have
like
him
break the
put to
heart?
death.
Well, we tried, but it, you know.
Sounds like a hairy situation.
Sorry for the squawk.
That's my job.
No, but overall, he's okay. I mean, he's good with it, but
It doesn't sound like it.
It's a little sensitive.
We need somebody to draw this
It's a
portrait.
touchy subject.
Yeah, we
But
need
a
to
better
find
one.
another
He
artist
wants
in
another one
Lorland to
done
do a
sometime,
redo.
But like that was his graduation from military school, so it's not like he can like get another one done.
Do you think you could just paint over that one hair?
It's not the same.
It's
It's not.
I was
You'll
kind of
always
actually
know it
figuring
was
you were
there.
going to say
like
something like that.
It's too late, you know.
Yeah,
So just so
hear
like,
you say
but like
that.
no one
That's
else really
crazy.
notices it, but he notices.
I'm sure
So,
he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
For all our base credit.
Yeah.
Oh, amen.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, last episode in Loreland, let's talk about what happened. Oh, but before we do that, since the time of our last episode, we had a kick-ass live show. So we want to thank all of the
Yeah, we
people
did.
who virtually attended our live show. And in that live show, we didn't really hold a whole lot canon. However, our adventurers were able to receive a bag of holding from a treant named Trevon.
Guys, we did. Can we just acknowledge how well we did?
I was really impressed by us.
Like,
You guys
we
did
did
great.
a really good
Thank
job.
you.
You guys are great. I wasn't able
Those
to attend,
poems
but I
at
watched.
the end. Those poems at the end that we just had to come up with on the fly. I mean, really, truly incredible
That
stuff.
Stan came up with.
I will
Yeah.
never
And we took
forgive
credit
you for
for it.
not letting me finish it.
It was
I
good
didn't
for
realize you
I
guys
have
were gonna
to
do
say.
poetry at the end, so I had to make up poetry on the fly from the mist as like
It was
while I was doing
incredible.
that, like about going back to
Yeah.
dust, and I was
No,
like,
your poetry
all right,
was phenomenal.
thank
Yeah,
you.
that was
That
wild.
was amazing.
That was a
That was
good
really
improv
just me like
exercise for
throwing
you.
out that fishing line, fish for those compliments.
That was fun.
Yeah, I'm amazing.
Well, that worked because I think several people commented that you were a poet.
Thank you.
Aw.
Hashtag
That's
English
what I
teacher
did.
for the
Beautiful.
win.
That's like several people did, but I know that I did at least several times.
Well, thank you.
No, like we're sitting there like listening to the. Or no, I was watching, but Andrew was also listening. She's like, "Did she like come up with that on her own?" And I'm like, "I assume so. Everything else is on her own." And she's like, "Damn."
I'm like, it's so funny because like while the kids are reading in class, I'm like reading, but then I'm also like, there's 11 beats per line. There's 28 lines, but this one only counts for 5, and then I have to do even numbers, and I'm like, do I really need to do 28? Like the amount of this stupid amount of thought I went into that bit was just like, I
But
could
it made it so good.
Wasn't it like?
Yes.
See, are you happy that I did the bit? Because we
Yes.
were talking
I
about
love
the fact
it.
that I was gonna do a bit, but he didn't know what it was, and
was
I was
good.
like,
And she was a little worried about it, and I was like, I trust you, Brandy. It's
I
gonna
was
be
like, I
amazing.
made this so much harder than I had. So for those of you who were not at the live show, I did like, it was the night before Halloween. So I did a spinoff of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, but 'Twas the Night Before Halloween. And I did like the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas rhyme throughout the majority of the things, while also like coming up with different characters that the players had to vote on to like, so I didn't know what ones were coming down the pike entirely. So that was a lot of fun.
Made me
was
think
so
of
much fun.
Eminem and 8 Mile. Like it was real good.
Wow.
Eminem,
That's like,
I
that was
see you
kind of an
now.
obscure
Look
term,
at-
but
look
I
at
love
us.
that
Yeah.
for us.
Anyways,
Anyway, so I wanted to let you guys know that our players now have this amazing bag of holding.
Empress.
Empress? Oh my god. Somebody please make merch for
The
me that says
Empress.
the Empress.
Eminent.
I love it.
I
Put
would
the
wear
chocolate
that.
The eminent
candies.
Empress. Wow, that was really hard.
I want to
say.
put that on like a cap since
You
I
need
wear
like a
caps in all of my photos.
Anyway,
and
so
stuff
we
with
have
you guys.
a bag of holding.
Yes, you have a bag
can
of
hold
holding that is
so
made
many
from
things.
leaves and sap and vines and
people.
magical goodness. And people? Did you say in people? That took a very dark turn, but it was the night before Halloween. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know that. But let's talk about what happened last episode in Loreland. Our adventurers figured out some key things. So Coco has been working with the mayor by putting an elven herb called Faewilde into her cocoa. Anyone who drank the Faewilde had lowered immunity to the effects of the soul stone. And it made the drinker more brittle and prone to becoming Rockefellered when coming into contact with any of the rocks from the Soul Stone vein. As they were figuring this out, Mr. Regard, the leader of the Dwarven Council, received a letter from the mayor saying that he would give them passage through Bridgmond if the dwarves helped him defeat the rebel camp. The adventurers recommended helping the rebels, but Mr. Regard felt unable to do so because his mining camp was in chaos. Unable to offer assistance in the form of armor or weapons because all of the dwarves had been Rockefeller, who normally makes them, Mr. Regard instead directed you to his mother, whom he calls Mama Witch. He requested that you stop by Freya's place to pick up some Faewilde to bring it to Mama Witch to have her look at it. Meanwhile, Coco was hauled in, followed by Chad, whom the party defeated.
Chad.
shut
There was
up,
a lot of
Chad.
hatred towards Chad.
We hate Chad.
So Coco was defeated by shooting her.
Chads out there, I'm sorry. But
I'm
I mean,
not.
Don't be.
wow. Oh, we have an anti-Chad stance on this.
Chad.
We have an anti-fish apparently stand,
Yeah.
so a Chad's
We're really
only.
taking a lot of strong stands here,
We
people.
really are. It's an
Proud of
election
us.
year.
Understand.
There are some Chads that I like. We have a coworker Chad.
We
who's
do
super
have a
awesome.
Chad who we love and
Yeah, see,
adore.
I'm trying
to-
he
Yeah,
has
he's
a
a good
beard,
one.
and we adore him, and he
do
wears
adore
vests
him.
that are
Thank
fun.
you for the fish.
Yeah, thanks for the fish, Chad.
Kailyn. There goes my reputation. There goes my job.
You're a fish
Yeah.
thief.
Fish thief,
a fish thief from Chad. So,
Sorry, Chad. Chad, if you ever hear this,
Officially.
I'm sorry. I owe you 2 frozen dead fish,
I'll bring them post
including eyeballs.
Could they be frozen and not dead?
No.
No.
I guess I don't
frozen
know
dead.
because they were frozen. So
Yeah, we didn't ask them.
Well, the cat didn't care.
Well, they didn't have time to thaw shade him so fast. Could have been alive.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have
She
been really
downed
messed up.
those.
Anyway.
Wow.
We'll never know.
Wow.
So anyway, Coco was defeated by shooting her with an arrow and a rock. Chad was defeated by wrapping him up in a blanket like a burrito, after which TJ gave some well-meaning life advice to. Jimber apologized for his role in the Rockefeller curse and thanked the party for helping him before heading off back into the mine to assess the damage. Alfonzo stuffed Coco in a barrel, then dumped her out
10
and shoved her
times.
back in again and
Yeah.
again.
That's right.
Meryl is now carrying her in the barrel to Freya's and then planning to go off to the witch. So
I forgot that we were going to take her with us in the barrel.
yeah, so not only are you
did
taking
too.
her with you in the barrel, but she's in the barrel on Meryl's back. Okay. Well, how about this? For starters, the sun has set. It is now nighttime. You are walking toward the exit. Freya's bar, open air. It is on your left. And as you guys are like heading down that way, you know, it's just the 5 of you along with an unconscious Coco on Meryl's back. As the stars are just like, it's a clear night. The stars are out. You still hear the chaos from the mining camp as people are, you know, still becoming de-Rockefeller. There's still like a lot of shouts and calls for water and stretchers and aid from behind you. But you guys have had a day, and that
Amen,
day is now
sister.
coming to a close.
Man.
So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you do?
Well, so Meryl is trudging along, thinking rather crossly about how he suggested we just kick Coco along in the barrel, and everyone else said that we should carry her, and he volunteered because he, you know,
Because he's a tough guy.
he's a tough, beefy.
He's
not
ripped.
bird.
Not
Remember?
bird.
Not a bird.
Not bird.
But I mean, he wants to prove that he has worth on this team, you know. And now he kind of wishes he hadn't because he's getting tired.
I wish I was more useless.
God, I wish I would let myself be useless. So he like turns over his shoulders. He's walking. He's like, "Aren't we supposed to drop this beverage off at Freya's bar? Do I really have to be carrying this anymore? Or wasn't that part of the plan?
I could go for a drink.
Not this drink,
Same.
but
Oh, no.
anything else, I would be fine with. Sounds
Right.
great.
Why do we have Coco again?
As stated last time, you guys decided to collect Coco because even though she was unconscious, she felt like she
could
had
be
more
useful.
information and could be useful.
And
Since
so
she
we
was
were going
working
to take
for
her
the
to
mayor.
Freya, right?
Yeah.
To like interrogate her.
To
She's like
observe
our
her for
pet
10
now.
days.
Do not let her leave. She might start foaming at the mouth.
You know how we can
Barrel
check
fun.
for rabies, right?
That would really change this podcast. I think. This would go in a really, a new direction.
That's
For
what
sure.
that frothy stuff is.
Oh my gosh, Steffi's always liked the foam. She's
Oh,
foam.
that's not good.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm a little bit parched. I think we could go
We
take
go for a drink. Let's go to
and,
Freya's
Yeah.
for a drink.
I bet you could use some water on River Rocks, Misphi.
I could go for a little bit something stronger.
Oh, wow.
We better skedaddle then because we don't want her to lose this.
Yeah, no, we gotta.
This energy.
TJ
It's gonna
goes
be a
up
great
next
night.
to you and like offers his arm, and as you say something stronger, he flexes. I got you,
Well, not
babe.
that.
And he like walks with you like arm in arm, but like with like an extra like strength. Like he's like kind of grinding a little bit. Like I'm gonna hold this for a long time, and then he
he's
walks you
gonna
to
pet
the
his
bar.
arm and be like, "It's okay. You don't have to try so hard."
Oh, thank God. That was a lot. And I'm pretty tired. So you guys go into Frey's bar. Nobody is in there except for Frey. It's completely empty because, you know, there's chaos everywhere. It looks like parts of the tavern have been kind of not like like torn apart, but tipped over. Like you could tell that people were in there when all of the Rockefellering started. So they had kind of sprung up. Like it's just in a state of disarray. And instead of like picking anything up, you see Freya laying on top of the bar with a bottle of whiskey. And she's just swaying it back and forth. And every now and then she'll kind of tip it up to the sky and be like, all right, Dad, for you, old man. I guess I got this bar forever now. And then she takes another swig and then she swishes it back and forth over the side of the bar as she's laying staring up at the stars. It's just her alone in the bar.
Misphi's gonna go up there and just hug her.
Is she?
I think we probably follow. You know.
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, Riz!
See if I got that Riz. 17.
Wow, 17 Riz rolls.
Plus your
pretty
modifier.
good.
You rolled a 17.
So
Plus three.
plus 3, so that's gonna be a dirty
that's
20.
it.
A dirty 20.
So with the dirty 20, she is not a touchy-feely person, and she's not one to cry for the most part. But like
she's in love with you.
She allows.
Oh,
It was not a
that'd be-
nat
not
20.
another one.
That'd be a nat 20.
Like as you lean over and you hug her, she just kind of sighs and she's like, "Another touchy-feely one.
And I
I'll
just
let it
pet her.
happen." Oh, that's my
And pat her
hair.
little head.
Okay,
You
I
have
guess
some
it's-
nice hair.
thank you.
Wait, do you have hair?
What did you
Do
think
you
this
have hair?
was on top of my head?
Misphi, it's not kind to ask if people are
I
wearing
mean,
wigs.
it could be an animal. I don't know.
She immediately,
What happened to your charisma? You just lost all of it.
she
Dirty 20.
shoves you off and is like, "More whiskey," and she tips it back.
Wow.
Hey, Frey, you wouldn't mind if I help myself and pay for what we use, do you?
I don't care. I don't care. None of it matters anyway. You
So
know?
Alfonso goes behind the bar, grabs some glasses, pours some mead for the group of us, and I'd lay a generous amount of cash on the bar, and then find myself to the
Thanks.
correct side of the bar and have a seat.
I know I gave you
Oh.
hell when you came here, but you're not so bad for an elf.
Thank you.
I gotta say, it's not bad that we did bring a guy with some money with us. We might as well have a good time. We've earned it.
You guys did earn it. Y'all did a whole hell of a lot more than the rest of us did.
I take my glass, raise it up, and say, "To Fellerstone."
Ugh.
And all
To
you fellers.
Fellerstone.
To the fellers of
and she
Fellerstone.
puts her whiskey up and she like kind of drinks some, but it ends up mostly in her little lady beard.
Lady Beard.
Lady beard.
I forgot she had a lady beard. What a
Yeah.
I
crap.
also forgot
That's
that.
what I
Excited
was
to-
petting.
Yeah. You're just petting her face.
I
better so put that in fluffy.
my notes. Lady Beard.
Freya has a lady beard.
So you,
Lady Beard.
so
How far back is Jimbo?
he went back to the mines. So he wanted to go or Jimbo or Jimbert.
The one that her dad?
So
That's
her
still Rockefeller?
her dad didn't have a name, but he is in
Dad.
closer
I thought he
to
had
the
one.
middle of the town square.
He was everyone's dad.
It's like you, Matt.
Oh yeah, thanks.
You're everyone's dad.
Can I have Circe go fetch something from his statue?
You can try, but because his entire being is Rockefeller, you know what? Give me. It's going to be difficult because it is so Rockefellered. If you can roll a DC 15 nature check,
Wow.
because like it's going to be difficult getting around all that
What's your
nature.
Getting around all that nature.
Mm-hmm. So he's
stoned.
I just
he's
wanted a
stoned,
finger or
like,
something.
kinda-
Oh,
I thought you were trying to take like a
I thought
lock
like
of his hair.
yeah, or I was thinking like a button off his shirt, like.
Why exactly do you need his finger?
No reason. No reason at all. Yeah, no.
Were you gonna-
Man,
just
Miss
got-
Beard's really feeling
that got
herself tonight. I'm a
shot down.
little bit
Were
worried.
you gonna do some of your weird druid magic?
Maybe.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm kind of glad that didn't work out. That freaks us out.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested. It sounds kind of cool.
I mean, we could go on a mini adventure and go grab a finger, but I don't know if that's something we want to do.
Yeah.
She just like kind of rolls, like rolls over to you, and she's like, "Don't take my daddy's finger."
So do we have this conversation and she hears it?
Yes.
Oh no.
She's right there.
Alfonso is very much like red-faced embarrassed right now. He thought he was talking quieter. He's like,
She looks up and she's like, "You've been drinking too, handsome."
She
She reaches up and just
girl.
pats your face. Don't you worry about it.
I'm
Do
worried
y'all
about
need a
it.
place to stay tonight? I
Meryl
don't
is
think
like
y'all
nudging
have.
Alfonso like a lot. Like, hey.
Because you're a wingman.
Oh
get
my
it?
God, you're a wingman.
Because you're a bird.
Not a bird. Not a bird. Oh, sorry. Guy with bird head wings. Not bird.
If it looks like a bird and talks like a bird.
It's an
It's
effing
not a bird.
bird.
Oh, it's not a bird.
Thank you for being an ally, Misphi.
At least you're not a fish.
I hate this. Fish lives don't matter, so. And we all know that.
That mermaid is sad now.
Well, she's
we
not
have
a
a
fish.
mermaid?
Not a fish.
Yeah, right.
What does she
You
rate on
people,
a
how many
scale of 1 to
times?
10?
How many times?
Freya,
Anyways.
were you just offering us a place to potentially stay because that sounded pretty?
It did.
God, I could use,
We
appreciate it.
I could
I'm-
use a bath and 14 days of sleep.
Well, I'm gonna just sleep on the bar here, but my daddy's place is open. Y'all more than earned it. It ain't gonna be like he's using it, you know. And he ain't used it in a few weeks, so we're just gonna have you. If you want it, I mean, it's for a dwarf, so the little man over there, he probably don't fit. Birdman over there, you gonna have to curl or something. Snuggle. Snuggle. Have
do-
some whiskey and snuggle, Birdman.
Birdman.
You want to cuddle, Meryl? Me neither. Just making it.
I was going to say,
You'll have to
Whoa.
go do that with Alfonso.
we're a
TJ?
very affectionate group today, I think.
TJ grabs Meryl and just puts his arm in front of him and it's like, I'll snuggle you. And he sidles up next to Stan. Stan's my best friend. We snuggle.
I tolerate it with Teach.
Wait, I want to snuggle.
We
Yeah,
can
I
all
wouldn't mind a snuggle. Even to be honest, it's been a long day.
Anyway, Freya, you got somewhere we can snuggle. Can you point the way to your dad's house?
Well, it's more of a tent, but you know, it's a minor campus, a nice tent. It's a permanent tent.
I love a tent.
I love a tent too, but I love this bar.
Thanks,
so
Toby Keith.
Great.
go down. Just actually, it's
Toby
like
Keith is now canon. So
Toby Keith. I
You know,
will
I love
find a
this
Toby
bar.
Keith in Loreland. He is there
Bam,
somewhere. But she's like, Daddy's tent is just on the other side of the bar, and if you want my place, I ain't using it. So it's right next to my daddy's. We's neighbors. Ugh.
that was great.
So in character, it's incredible to watch. I mean, it's
I'm so
like,
in character.
God, it's
We have to
method.
film this someday, you know, because
God, it
like
is
if people could see
freaking
the
method.
body acting we're getting, it's amazing.
Yaddy, yaddy, yaddy.
She's genius.
I just felt like that was an appropriate addition.
It wasn't, but that's okay.
Channeling her body aches. This is how
Yes.
we channel our craft, is like work through the advil.
So are we going to split up in Freya and her dad's tent and home?
I do think we should take a long rest, probably. That would
We
probably
should
be
do
a good
long
idea
rest.
before we leave.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want, y'all can do that. I mean, if you want, did y'all come just to spend time with me? Because I don't
Of
mind
course we did.
spending time with you, but I kind of need some time alone.
That makes sense. But we will take you up on your offer, and we'll just be over there. And if you need anything, you know where to find us.
You think we could leave this barrel here? It's kind of heavy.
Wait a
could-
minute. Who's barrel? Why are you carrying? I don't like her.
It's okay.
No, it's just a barrel.
backpack.
I
We should probably not leave the barrel in here. Maybe.
I don't see why that would be a problem. At least then we don't have to deal with
What
it,
if-
and it'll be under observation
Wait,
for
wait,
10
wait,
days.
somebody- But what if-
I'll stay here with the barrel. Okay, guys, don't worry about it.
You're gonna sleep.
I
in
will
the-
sit on it, and I will stay up with Freya and hear her out.
As
Wow.
you say that, you look over. Freya is full out snoring on the bar.
Ah!
She's like,
I
it's
will
not
watch
cute
the
either.
barrel.
Her beard is fluttering off to the side. She's like, it's like full sleep apnea. It's not cute.
Why don't we just like stuff it somewhere? I'm just saying, she's not gonna get hurt. She's already in the barrel. You shoved her into the barrel 3 times, Alfonso. I'm sure she's fine in
She's
there.
a pretzel.
Yeah.
She is pretzeled in the barrel.
That's
She's
right.
not making a lot of sounds, so.
And she's got an apple in her mouth.
But oh, that's right. But I'm just. What if she like wakes up?
Maybe should we nail it closed?
Oh my God! Well, I don't think we
Wow.
kept her for her to die. I
thought you-
don't
Well, we can
necessarily know
unnail
I
it in
want
the
her to watch
morning.
me
She can
sleep.
still
But I'm
breathe.
just saying,
She's
like,
fine.
I'm just saying
There's
it might.
holes in there.
It might.
Yeah, we can
freak-
poke another one. Hopefully
It might
we miss
freak
her.
Frey out though if like
Or
she
not.
starts screaming in there, and she's not gonna be very thrilled if she wakes up.
I guess that's fair, Alfonso. I don't know that she's gonna wake up for another 12 hours. She's
Well, I'm just saying, like Coco could wake up in the next 12 hours though.
right. She's pretty wiped from whiskey, I think. But if Misphi wants to watch
there,
her,
is there like a wine cellar or something here we could put her in? Like a basement? Or like
roll
a
a perception.
like a
Or,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
roll a perception.
Because
Or
if there
investigation
is,
because looking for something
we
specific.
could just roll right down the stairs.
If you're
lock her
looking, you're
right
rolling
in
for a
there.
perception show, you're rolling for something specific. Investigation would be connecting the dots for two
Oh, I
things.
got you.
why
Did
do we
you
ever
not see
let
anything?
you roll? You say so many things and then you roll, and then they never happen because you roll a 2.
Well, everyone else could also roll a perception. We're all in
Can
this
I roll
building.
a perception?
Yeah, what's your passive perception? I didn't even check that.
Okay, it's 13.
13. As you're casually looking around, you see behind the bar, you see like kind of not even like a trap door that's like trying to be stealthy. It's just a trap door that clearly goes somewhere underground, probably to a cellar. And it's set a little bit further back so that way they're not constantly walking on it. And you can see that it's very well used.
Well, that looks well used. We should use it.
I would agree. Let's go and use it.
Meryl walks over and pulls the trap door open and then just like kind of casually as he walks away, like kicks his foot back and like knocks the barrel with cocoa in it. And I want it to like just casually like kick it like a soccer ball backwards, like into the goal, like into the hole.
And Teacher's just like, he made it. It's good.
And we all go to bed. That's great. Wow, what a day.
What a day.
So,
Amen, brothers.
So
Amen.
Coco's now under there. Freya's asleep on the bar. You guys go back to the two tents. They are clearly set up for dwarves. Small beds, small furniture fixtures. Not a ton of space, so it will be very close knit. It will be very snuggle worthy. And
So Alfonso, like, did you really want to snuggle or I'm just asking?
You know, I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I get it.
I appreciate the offer.
Yeah,
but
no, I was
it's
just
cool.
checking. Like, I didn't
Oh,
want to be
okay,
weird.
okay.
Yeah,
No, it's
big
cool, it's
deal.
cool, it's cool.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
cool.
TJ has starfished and grabbed both Meryl and Stan around one arm each and like is waiting to see if Misphi's gonna come in. I got legs, babe.
So, so are you guys in like Freya's tent then?
So we're gonna we went into Freya's.
Okay, I'd like to go into Freya's dad's,
Okay, so
and I'll hang out in that one
You
by
think he left a
myself.
finger in there? Misphi might want it.
I hope not. I really hope there's
I'm
not.
looking for phalanges.
Phalanges is
dancing phalanges. So we in Freya's dad's tent, it's bigger. He's been around longer. He had more money to buy a tent. So it's still fit for a dwarf.
That's fine, but
as
I'm
far
not
as-
A
having
tent
to.
fit for a dwarf.
Yes, but I'm not having to cuddle with my fellow adventurers.
You are not. Your feet definitely dangle off, and
That's
like
fine.
I mean, like definitely like mid thigh. You start to dangle off.
Just be
So
in
it's
position.
Thigh?
mid thigh.
Oh man. Okay.
You're a tall guy.
You're like a solid what? 6 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like 6
Wow.
feet. A dwarf's like a solid 3 feet, I think.
Okay.
So you're about half of you is off of this
Can I look
bed.
around for like a nightstand or other objects to like pop under my feet so I'm not physically dangling off?
There is a.
I love that,
He's
I
worried
love
about
that you're
the
concerned
dangle.
about this.
The dangle's
Yes.
really freaking him out.
Remember that
I not want to dangle.
I am of noble birth and I can handle the outside for a certain amount of time.
Oh, sure.
But I'm like, we need a good
But
night's
you can't
sleep.
handle the dangle.
Jesus Christ.
So you.
The like fear in your eyes just for 1 second when you
know what
looked
to
at me.
say. I'd be like, oh.
He said, Jesus Christ. That was beautiful.
I just want to be comfortable. You know what? Come on.
No, listen. Real
So-
me, diva.
So you see a couple
Real
of
me can
things
actually
that you
sleep
could
outside on the
use.
ground. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I can just do
No.
whatever.
You see a small wash basin kind of tucked off to the side where it looks like he shaved it,
Wash.
like kind of washed his beard, and like, yeah, I don't know, trimmed his toenails. You also see a small little stool nearby that probably won't be super tall for you, but it might be enough to get underneath your feet. And you also see a side table, but it has like some candles and mementos and stuff on it you'd have to clear off.
I'm going to clear those things off and put them underneath my feet. So it's fine.
Pictures of Freya drawn delicately
those
are now
kind of-
on the
I take it back. I
ground.
take it back. I
You can't. It's too late. You already
I thought
did
it was just like your pocket belongings.
Know,
like your keys.
No,
That's
you knew what it
lit.
was.
What
You
are
knew
you
what it
talking
was.
about, man?
Okay.
A stray finger is there,
Yeah,
you know,
he
how he
leaves a couple
carries one
fingers
around.
Yeah.
As one does, I have several fingers on my bedside table.
Wow, really?
For this
I thought that would be more relatable.
Okay. After noticing that they are actual mementos and meaningful, he like, maybe not. So grabs the little stool instead. And maybe one of the pillows off the bed and kind of
Okay. And
raises
so
it up so it's comfortable.
you feel comfy. Okay. Misphi, what do you do? What's your plan here?
Misphi, while this is happening, Misphi's already on her way to Freya's dad and is going to attempt to get a finger or something off of his body.
She
Meryl
is
is- she,
determined.
She like sneaks away from like we're all going to bed and she's like, I'm gonna go
All right,
steal
so
a finger.
I'm going to have you, does everybody else know that you're leaving?
Hey guys, I'm leaving.
Meryl like rolls over.
I have foot room.
I'm
Meryl
on
rolls
a
over
mission.
like in Stan's arm and is like getting really cozy, and then he opens like one eye as he's like getting really sleepy, and he sees Misphi just like walking off into the darkness towards the statue of Freya's dad, and he's just like,
I'm
she's
just
so
going like
damn
this.
weird.
Alfonso is not like out cold, has no concept of what's going on.
He's full trancing right now.
Yep.
All right, so Misphi, I'm gonna have you roll a strength check when you get there. So what you see is a very old, bedraggled, kind of stoned up, Rockefellered dwarf, and he's got wild hair, very just like you can tell that he worked in the mines a part of the time because he's got like, you know, you can see like soot that had been brushed over his cheek before he got Rockefellered. You also see like a nice stout belly, so it looks like he's spent some time in the bar as well.
He could lose some of that. Got it.
Just gotta trim the excess. What he doesn't need.
Trim the fat.
He has as he was becoming Rockefeller, he had one hand around a pickaxe that was slung over his shoulder, and he had another hand on his waist that was like attached to a flask.
All right. I think I'm going to attempt to take some of his hair.
Some of his hair. Okay, so it's Rockefeller. So roll a strength check. We're gonna say DC 15.
You talked so much smack about those phalanges.
10.
Well,
What's your modifier? Okay, so you go to grab the hair and it's just not wanting to come loose.
Can I try again?
You can. If you try much longer, people are going to start noticing. So I'll give you one more try.
Yank a guy's hair in
All right,
public.
let's do this. 13
Total?
Plus two.
Plus 2, so 15. So you manage to grab a lock of his rocky hair. As it comes off, the part that it was connected to kind of crumbles into ash and dust. And you now
bad.
hold in your palm just
Now
like
he's bald.
a wiry thicket of rocky hair.
Okay, I'm gonna like crush it up,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna take out my glass blowing kit,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna make like a little locket sort of thing.
So are you doing
Like a little
this
vial.
in the middle of the streets?
Yes, why not?
Oh, okay.
I am focused.
It's like
She's literally on a mission.
it's just nighttime and like
A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. She's got
this
glass.
bong.
open hours.
She's
Open
got
hours.
flames where she's got to heat the glass.
But I'm making like a little heart in like a little
Shut up,
vial,
that's so cute.
and then I'm gonna put the ashes into it.
Ashes to
As you're
ashes.
working, we're gonna say that takes time. So we're gonna say that probably takes a solid
20 minutes.
3 hours.
I was gonna say a
yeah,
couple
because you got
hours.
to heat the fire up high enough, and then you got to melt the ash and everything, and then you got to cool it down. as you're doing this, different dwarves kind of come around, kind of from the chaos where they're just so tired and they're seeing you next to Freya's old man, and they see you like just with fire and flames and stuff, and
Nothing
just
to
kind
see
of
here.
huddled around, very concentrated. And some of them kind of stop and
Top of
whisper,
the
like,
morning.
"Why is there a half elf?"
Night.
Like,
Misphi's
morning.
literally Delulu.
yeah.
I'm worried about you.
There's been like a couple reports to Mr. Regard, and across the way you just hear him shout, "She's got a bird. I like her." And then you don't have anybody else bother you
her
for the
do
rest
her
of the
thing.
night.
Not a bird.
So we'll say that by the time that you get finished with your masterpiece, roll a performance check to see how good of a job you did.
Oh goodness. Please be good. Please be good. 15.
What's
Hey.
your modifier? What's your
Performance.
+3?
+3.
Ooh,
Girl.
18. It's beautiful. It's stunning. You engraved it. It
Wow.
looks absolutely
Etsy
perfect.
could never. That's beautiful.
And
Etsy could
as
never.
you return, I'm assuming you return back to the tents.
I'm going to go see how Frey is doing.
Okay, so as you return to Freya, it's probably about 3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m.
Okay. Is she
Ooh.
sleeping?
Back to the
Oh,
90s.
completely tuckered
where I
out.
live.
The whiskey bottle has fallen from her hand. It's just kind of sitting there now among a pile of just like a wet mess of whiskey. She's kind of curled up onto her side on the bar. You'd think this might not have been the first time she slept on the bar. She seems very accustomed to the width of it.
This
And
looks normal to her.
she's just with her beard kind of wrapped around, like putting imprints on her cheek. Just
All right. I'm going to grab a stool. And I'm going to sit up next to her and I'm going to fall asleep on the bar as well.
Okay, so you're gonna go into your trance. All right. So you, I believe, half elves only need to transfer like what, 4 hours?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for a long rest.
We're like, I don't know. I just need a blink and I'm good.
And then the Kool-Aid Man burst through the wall.
Oh
What?
yeah.
As Freya wakes up, she looks over from her very hungover state and sees you passed out on the bar, and she's like, "Not again."
I probably have my head on her shoulder or something.
She shoves you off, not very delicately.
So she just knows.
It's morning time because everything is open air in the bar. It's sunny, like way earlier than it should be. So at this point, it's probably like, I don't know, like 7 o'clock. You've rested about 4 hours. You all went to bed around like 9 at night, maybe 10. So you guys have rested. What is that? 8? Is that 8 hours?
So
Yeah, that's like 8 hours.
I also only need 4.
Yeah.
But
So you've transferred 4 hours. Did you do anything the rest of the time while everybody else was sleeping?
no, just meditate, just relaxing.
Okay. So
Everyone needs
as
some
the morning
relaxation.
sun rises up, you hear that, there is still people really burning the midnight oil up in the town as people are still becoming more and more de-Rockefellered. But it's calmed down a bit. There seems to have an order to the chaos now. Like they've gotten into a flow. They've gotten people where they need to go. They've assessed the damage. They've gotten a good idea of who needs the most help when. So they've really, they've really, what's the word that I'm thinking of? Assessed and they've triaged. Thank you. They've triaged the damage and the patients, so to speak. So as you guys wake up, you're in, 3 different spaces. TJ is currently laying over top of both of you.
Just
With
a matter
his
of factly,
hands,
just, of
like
course.
there's like a hand on each of your cheek, just gently.
For sure.
So delicately.
Aw.
What do you guys do?
Well, Misphi's gonna wake up and see that Frey is awake, and just kind of hand her the locket that I made for her. I made this for you, and your dad's ashes are in here.
Nothing like tact from Misphi.
Don't worry. It's just his hair. It's just his hair, not a finger. Just his hair. I was going for the finger, but I decided not to.
Thank you.
This is like,
That way,
is
you will
different.
always have a piece of your dad wherever you go.
and somehow it's sweet. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean,
way to end the execution there. That was
Wow, you landed that. That was crazy. That was like that guy that landed the plane in the Hudson River. Like, how did that happen?
You're like Sully Jr. over here.
That was amazing.
she like turns to you and she holds it in her hand. She's like, "Are you like a witch?"
Right, because she's not drunk anymore.
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
I mean, how drunk
only-
was I
only drunk.
last night? I mean,
Wait, is this Vegas?
I'm a druid.
I don't remember it, but I mean, you're giving me jewelry now. Is this a cultural thing for half elves?
I'm just weird. Like,
oh,
and I
thank
like
God.
giving gifts,
Quirky.
like meaningful gifts.
with my
That's your love
daddy's
language.
ashes. So listen, not witch. Will this give me any magical abilities or something? Will I get lucky dice rolls at the casinos or something?
Casinos are no canon.
Yeah,
Casinos
sure.
are everywhere. They don't look the same as ours naturally, but if I like roll some dice in the back alleys, will daddy's look find me there?
Sure. It'll do. Yeah.
Roll deception.
No.
Oh goodness.
Misphi can get locks of hair, but can she deceive?
13 plus 3.
16.
16. Wow.
She grabs it. She looks at you. She's like, "About damn time that old coot did something good for me." Woo! And she puts it around her neck and then like kind of tangles it into like braids it into her beard, so it kind of becomes like a little locket chain.
Yes, girl.
This is
Yes. And she's like, "I cannot wait to start rolling some dice. Thank you." She kisses her finger, throws it up to the sky. "Daddy, thank you, Misphi."
Wow, she's,
and then as she
she's
does
sober
this,
now, people.
she starts
This is
swaying
crazy.
her little beard braid back and forth, and she's like, "I'm gonna make some money.
Truth or not.
I'm gonna make some money,
Oh no!
honey."
You should never tell her anything.
She might spend all of her money though. I'm gambling.
She leans forward, gives you a big wet kiss on the cheek, hops off the bar, and then just like books it out of the bar.
Wow.
And Misphi's little heart is just
Alfonzo walks in and is like, "What the hell was that?"
nothing at all.
I'm
Meryl
glad
is,
she's doing better. She seems like she's a lot happier at the moment, and I'm okay with that.
That's all I wanted.
Meryl is perched on the roof. 'Cause
Did
that's
you
where-
wake up yet?
Yeah.
You left the tent?
Yeah,
he
wakes
he
up and-
crowed like
he-
the rooster, you know,
Yeah,
in the
he
morning.
wakes up. Well, that's a little offensive.
Because remember, he's not a bird.
No, he wakes up every morning at sunrise, and then he has to like kind of go sit somewhere kind of high up, and he plays his
Sounds like something a bird would do.
Excuse me.
Nothing. Didn't hear anything over here.
He seems a bit cocky.
Oh my God.
See, now that's funny because I'm not a bird.
Right.
And he plays his lute.
That's really great. TJ comes out from the tent and it's like
He just got his feet
he
kicked
looks
up.
at Stan and he looks at Alfonso. He's like, so is that like a new thing? Because I don't remember him playing this early before, and I don't think I'm a real big fan.
No, he's
of
playing
this so early.
He's playing like a Hosier song. You know?
It doesn't matter. It's
Like-
7 a.m. Merle, stop
Really
with the
gentle,
tunes.
Really gentle. It's
Turn
nice.
it off.
TJ
Where's
is
Misphi?
We are not a morning
Nobody's
group, are
concerned
we?
about Misphi, and you're playing a concert.
TJ walks into the bar, kind of scratching his forehead, and he's like, "All right, where's Misphi and Freya? Because we gotta get that Faewilde stuff from the lady, right?"
I'm
Right.
over here,
Let's grab a
Teach.
drink and get
Hey,
on the road.
baby.
Hey.
It's 7 a.m.
I had a long
Meryl lands and is
eventful
like,
night.
well, I guess if I can't practice, we might as well get
Alone?
going.
Alone,
Oh, thank
With-
God.
glass, and fire. It was fun.
Wow.
That's my girl.
That sounds very
Jeez.
arsony, but I'm okay with it.
No
like
blood,
a wild
though.
lady. What can I say?
It's
So-
time to go.
So where's Freya? Because, like, don't we kind of need her? And also, there's a barrel. Don't we have a barrel? Meryl.
Oh.
No, I don't remember any barrel. I think we should
Wait,
probably just go.
are we
I think
gonna-
everyone
Maybe
forgot
we can
about
leave
that.
a note. Let's leave a note.
All right.
Okay. I usher all of us like outside for a second, and I'm like, "Are we gonna just leave her in the trap door?"
You shot her with an arrow.
But she's not, I mean, okay.
Now we have a problem with it.
But she was our problem, and now she's going to be Freya's problem.
But didn't Freya want her to be her problem?
No,
No?
Freya's dad just died.
But I thought Freya wanted to like interrogate him or something.
No, I thought we wanted to interrogate her when she woke up.
Yeah, Meryl, listen, we were just trying to pawn her off last night because I didn't want her to watch me sleep, but I don't know that we should leave her down there in a
Okay,
in a
I'll carry the
barrel.
barrel this time. We'll take turns.
Maybe we can
know
see
what?
if she's awake.
Fine.
You
That
know?
would actually.
Yeah.
So should we like?
You shot her
Not-
with an arrow. I mean, are we gonna? She's not gonna be
I've
very
shot lots of
happy.
people with arrows. It's fine.
Oh, we'll let you open the barrel.
I think we
I'll
should
open
come
the
back
barrel.
to that later, but we don't need to talk about it right now.
Anyway, Stan's
Fine.
gonna open the trap door and go get Coco. He walks down the stairs, you know, with his tiny little legs, but they're very loud footsteps. Anyway, I grab the backpack that Coco's
And a
in and
hot
I
wing.
jiggle it a little and I say, "Hey, anybody home out there?"
You just hear like some faint coughing, and she's like, "Hello?
Oh, good. Coco, good morning. Good morning. It's
Who
Stan.
in the hell? Why can't I see? Is it?
Okay, listen.
Why
we've
does
got-
it look like a jack-o'-lantern face?
Don't
near
go
my
towards
belly?
the light.
Listen, everything's gonna be fine. We've got some things to talk about, but first I'm gonna walk you up some stairs and Alfonso's gonna let you out.
Who? Wait.
Okay, here we
why
go.
don't you let
and he
me out
walks
here?
up the stairs.
Roll a strength check.
Because you're a widow guy.
You need to have.
God.
You need to
He
hit
is
a.
a mighty little
Yeah, he's
man.
very
You need
beefy,
to hit a
remember?
DC
Very strong legs.
13.
Can you read
I
it?
never know which one's the 6 and which one's the 9 because of the
there's a
dot.
dot.
I know,
That's
it
what she
doesn't make any
said.
sense. Well, I
Can
only-
Misphi help her?
That'd be lovely,
mean him.
Misphi, because I only have
Yeah, tell me how you help them, and then
only have
Stan
an
gets
8.
to roll with advantage.
I'm gonna go down there in the cellar and help Stan. Just
Wait,
kind of hold
can
the
you
barrel.
describe like how Stan is trying so hard to lift
Well,
this
she
thing?
won't stop wiggling now that she's awake, and so Stan's trying so hard to
Let me
hoist her up
out.
the stairs, but she keeps kicking him in the back.
So if you give the help action, it gives Stan advantage, so Stan has to roll again.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully I do better this time. Oh,
Is that a nat one?
oh no.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
7,
Oh, okay.
which
I
is
saw-
better than a 6. But
So you
still
guys
not
are able,
great.
because it's like a halfling and a half elf, you guys are both like kind of struggling.
We can half do it.
And Coco's like shifting and she's like, put me down, let me out of here. I'm going to call somebody, Chad, anybody.
Oh, come on. Please don't talk about Chad.
Do you know Chad?
Did you forget? Oh no,
I'm
we
in a
took care of you first.
barrel.
That's right.
Help me out. Somebody come get me.
So we throw her in front of Alfonso and say, well, she's all yours.
Oh my god.
Okay, team. Before we let her out, are we gonna ask her some questions now?
I feel
Or
like we
after
should
we
take
let her
her out of the city and then let her out.
All right.
What if she has to
Or
pee?
you could let me out now.
She's in a barrel. It's contained.
I don't want to be contained with my pee.
You already know what I wanted.
What did you want? Meryl? Meryl.
I thought
What?
you were best friends. Wait till...
Hey,
No, she doesn't
bestie.
like you. Oh, now you like me.
Bestie, let me. You see, like out of the
Oh.
jack-o'-lantern eyes, little fingers come out. Meryl.
Do you want those fingers, Misphi?
What?
Yes.
And she whips them back in.
Cirxie!
Y'all are crazy.
Come here, girl. Here's a snack for
On
you.
that note,
Oh my God.
Coco, if you were pleasant at all, I wouldn't have had to charm you.
Oh.
Oh,
can we
Can I
wait
charm
later?
you?
Let's figure out what we're doing with her first. So I take the barrel, throw it on my back, and I'm like, okay, guys, are we doing this here or are we doing this outside of town? What do we
outside
want?
of town, so these people won't have to deal with this lunatic.
This what? Okay. So let.
That's like a what?
What was that?
Oh my god,
This
what
what?
were you gonna say?
Okay, so she's on my back. All right, guys, let's
Punk-ass
get out of
bitch.
town. And we... Well, she's not the witch. We're gonna go see a witch. Remember?
Not what she said.
Oh.
Maybe we could take her to the witch, and the witch could do
Oh.
something to, you know.
Do you think she could turn her into a frog?
She immediately, witch? What witch? No, I don't think we need to go to no witches.
I
Come
think
on.
we do.
We're going to the
All right,
witch.
We're going to the witch
That's
cult.
it. No, I don't think that's a smart. You know, they're cursed. You don't want to be cursed now, do you?
I think it's either.
We're already cursed because we're carrying you around.
Rude.
Yup.
Okay,
Rude
we're
in
going.
a big
I like
way,
shuffle,
Meryl.
like shake my back to
Ow.
like make her. Okay, be quiet back there. The adults are talking.
Oh!
Okay, so I walk over to the.
Never.
Stan gives a thumbs up.
So I walk over to the bar, throw some more cash down, grab a drink, slam it. All right, let's go.
TJ immediately behind you, like, pretends to slam the drink you already drank, but he's like, I'm not drinking this early, but I want to be cool. So he, like, pretends to slam it, and he slams it down, and it kind of breaks a little bit, and ow. And then he walks behind you, real tough like.
All right, let's go.
Such a little king.
So you guys left the town, right? Leaving the mining camp. The dwarves on the way out nod to you guys, like word has traveled that you guys are the ones who helped get rid of the Rockefeller curse. And some of them like kind of try to engage you on your way, like, hey, anybody want to like tell us if the rumors are true? Like, they don't want to ask you, but I'm a big fan. You know, you want to sign some stuff. Also, Sentry Tall over there, he was the one who let you out. Actually, it was really Sentry Shoulders. But hey, you guys want to answer some questions? I'm just real curious on like how you guys beat the Rockefeller curse.
We can talk later. We're still we're kind of working it out. We'll be back. Don't worry.
All right, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
you
too.
just remember this face because this is the face I'll let you back in. I'm so excited to meet you. Y'all have a nice day.
We appreciate all you've done.
Oh, and all you've done.
Thank you.
The face. He just gives you a face that's just like pointing at it like, don't forget his face. It's the same face that like somebody who sees a celebrity is like, do you want my shots like to take to your producer? That's his vibe. He's like, I once fancied myself an adventurer too, but the Call of Duty was too strong. No, but somebody once tried to get my sweets and my sweet roll, and I couldn't.
I'm positive that we're like 15 feet away at this point, still walking away.
Dan's
like
been
over
gone
our
for a
shoulder.
while.
Yeah.
He walked right under him.
He's a dwarf. He's like the same size as you, but yeah, okay. You like crawled underneath
for
him.
sure.
He's
Went
like,
right
oh,
behind him.
I'm avoiding
all
this and
right.
army crawling.
Misphi's gonna do some finger guns, and while I'm doing the finger guns, like there's gonna be like a flower that shoots out and hit.
He's just like, she got me a flower, y'all. You see that? She got me a flower. She's my favorite.
No,
I'm
that's
her
almost
favorite.
like a bow to the name.
Almost.
I guess that would be the arrow.
Well, did you get the Skyrim reference?
No.
I used to be.
I got the Skyrim reference.
I didn't know.
I got the Skyrim reference because I said the sweet roll.
Okay.
No.
It's like all the guards would be like, I used to be an adventurer like you until I
Till I
took an arrow in the knee.
And then in the last and there was one before Skyrim, it was like in the Skyrim one, they make a lot of references to what's the matter? Somebody steal your sweet roll? Because in the previous one, they had a whole quest adventure about somebody stole a sweet roll.
Wow. Yeah, no, I didn't get any of those. I thought you were trying to be like,
So
I'm
Skyrim
taking an arrow to
right?
the knee. What have you done? Like, I thought you
No,
were like
it's a
trying to like
Skyrim
compete.
reference.
Yeah.
Like, that's hilarious.
Took an
I
arrow
love
to the
it.
knee means they got married because they went down on one knee.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Guys, I'm learning so much.
Yes.
That's what's gonna
Thank
happen.
you.
That's crazy.
Apparently, all the guards are married in Skyrim now.
Maybe, but in Loreland, at least this one is he didn't get married, but somebody almost took a sweet roll, and he was not about that life.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's got a whole backstory, not even a name, but that's okay.
All right.
Hey, what's your name?
Century Ankles.
Ankles.
Hey, I think I'm gonna like that guy.
All right, we're for sure coming back, but not right now.
If you feel some teeth on your ankles, don't mind.
That's why
He
so
like
that's
looks at his door friends. He's like, "Is that like a pickup line? Do you think that means what I think?"
So
Because I
that's
don't
why
really know what
Stan
that
was
means.
really army crawling, so he could get a good look at those
Yeah,
ankles.
just check
Ew.
it.
You're like, excuse me. Nice ankles. Hello.
Side note: that is going to be the after the episode little short. Is just like Stan sniffing around Century Ankles' feet, and like I want
And it's
all
like
the internal monologue.
I gotta see if it's
No,
a
we are gonna
viable
get the wrong
product.
kind of audience on this podcast with that kind of content.
Ankle biters.
Ankle biters,
No
hair
offense.
flossers.
Oh, that like was like
Floss with
someone physically
hair.
hitting me. As
When
a
I
child.
when I visualize that, it almost makes me physically sick. I'm just like, oh.
That's a specific kind
Okay,
of
we
ankle.
have to go to the witch's house. I'm so
All right,
excited.
on the way to the witch.
All right,
To the
so
witch.
the way to the witch takes about a day of walking.
Oh my god, my little legs are gonna be quite tired.
Wait, we still have Coco.
That's fine.
Well, Alfonso has Coco.
Yeah, look at him. God, he's so buff. Well, you know, not overly, but
Yeah, accurately.
But it's accurate.
accurately buff. Yeah.
Alfonso, roll Constitution for me.
Oh, how well can
Wow.
I carry?
She just told you,
well.
bro.
I rolled a 17, and you said Constitution.
Yep.
So 18.
Okay, so she pees on you and you don't throw up, so I'm really proud of
Oh,
you. She pees entirely down your back, and I think
Can I get very angry?
you're alled to feel however
Alfonso,
you feel,
can
but
we
just
throw
know
her
that
in a
she
lake?
aimed.
Okay. Somehow she aimed.
She
Can
shifted.
she roll a whatever?
All right, you know what? Fine. I'm gonna have her roll
I want to know, like,
to shift in such a way that makes her pee out the holes.
Whoa!
What is going on?
That is a natural 18.
Can I just
Oh.
beg someone
And
to
she
explain
has
to me
a
why this is
dexterity
happening?
modifier.
Coco's aiming her pee on Fonzo.
Oh no!
So we're gonna say it's a natural 18. So with a natural 18, she definitely shifted her body to pee out the hole onto your back.
as I start to feel the warm on my back, I'm like, Coco,
Alfonso.
what are you doing?
Don't make us plug the holes.
You would.
We may have. To
Oh, I'm
call
gonna.
here tonight,
I take
you guys. I don't
take
know.
the barrel and I. Are we still in a wooded area?
Yeah, so you're on a road, like it's a dirt road that's like not frequently traveled, but it's traveled enough that it's maintained,
I
but it's
definitely
surrounded by
take
woods.
the barrel off my back and I throw it at the nearest large tree as hard as I possibly can,
Oh my god!
hoping that she becomes unconscious again.
Wow, it's raining pee.
While
love
it's
that
raining
song.
pee.
So she's currently at 1 hit point. So
Oh no!
Unconscious,
Killed
not
her.
dead. No, not dead. Unconscious.
I gotta look up how often one person can become unconscious but
They
not
just
dead.
automatically.
Yeah, I think
die.
we're gonna give her a TBI.
I'm gonna say, because I don't want to
We
look it up.
are.
I'm gonna
She's
say
literally
you're gonna
gotta
roll
be
your damage.
concussed.
She's gonna go into death saving throws. So,
She did have a long rest in the barrel.
oh, she had a long rest in the
okay.
I was gonna say
barrel.
that, but I was gonna wait till she was done talking.
Damn it, husband Matt. See,
Thank
we
God
keep
for
you
husband
around.
Matt. See,
Thank
and then if you were
God.
here, we never would have known what to do. She could have died. You saved her life.
You would save Coco.
You have to live with that for the rest of your
Yeah,
life
honestly,
that you
boo
saved
hiss.
Coco.
I'm not gonna lie. If she'd have died, that just would have been an unhappy circumstance.
Another person you shot with an arrow. We get it.
And then he probably.
Maybe.
It's a
Do you know-
Skyrim reference. God, you get with the.
You've never played Skyrim, and it makes me angry. Come on.
As you throw her, we're gonna roll 1d10.
1d10?
See how, according to this,
Like, that's an intense throw. I feel very strong.
that's a 10. According to this, damage by level and severity. So levels 1 through 4, the setback is 1d10.
That's
Whatever.
fine.
I'm
Is she
calling
gonna
it.
die?
No, she's got a few hit points left.
I mean, it's fine if she dies, but
Fine.
like,
She's like,
Roll for
ow,
deception.
it smells like pee in here.
I wonder why.
I feel like that would break the barrel.
As she does this, as you say that, she sticks her finger out of the little hole at you, and rolls.
Does she
a
flip the
19
bird?
hit?
I'm
She
not a
she
bird.
hits an eldritch blast at you.
19 hits.
From her little hole, and
I don't know that you should say it that
You're
way,
gonna have to
Brandy.
go back and try that one.
Don't
again.
say from her little hole.
and
You're gonna have to say that sentence one more time.
you took 10 points of damage from that eldritch blast.
Damn, you just got.
Wow.
It's force
Oh.
damage.
All right, guys, we're going to kill her. If you
Misphi
don't,
is already on
I'm
it.
going to kill her.
As you say this, she's like sneaking her finger back in there and just mess with the woman.
have
Meanwhile, this whole time,
Alfonzo.
Meryl and Stan are
Yeah.
like 30 feet away, like not even knowing that this is happening. And we're just like, I'm helping you lay down your feathers. You're trying to make sure you look good on this trip. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, Stan's like, do you smell something a little musty?
I was kind of wondering that, but I didn't want to say anything because I was worried it might be you.
I was worried it was your feathers, but I
Do-
don't.
do you
I
guys-
don't smell.
Do you
musty.
overhear you guys like? Do you overhear me yelling at her? Right? Like you've got to hear me, right?
So once she hits the tree and falls down, then we notice that something's going
So
on.
you guys watch her Eldritch blast me.
Yeah, and you fly. You fly hard.
Alfonso, you can't
it's a
kill
force
her.
Fly
damage.
hard.
It's a fly hard.
Alfonso, you can't. We've carried her all this way. So, and I already said we should leave her in the cellar. And you wanted to carry her, so we're not going to kill her. You need to keep carrying her. Uh-oh.
Do I have to carry her? I don't want to smell like pee.
I forgot about TJ. TJ could carry her.
I got a lady to impress.
well,
I bet
okay.
it would be really impressive to Misphi, right? Misphi, if you carried that barrel like a big, strong guy for her.
I'm really
Meryl,
thinking
you're
about
being a
killing
little
her.
bit inconsiderate. I think Alfonso's a little bit hurt.
Yeah.
How you feeling? How are you feeling over
I
there?
have 8 of 18 left.
Oh, you're feeling a little bit under the weather, huh?
Wow.
I'm going to kill her.
Oh boy. Yeah, so I think that we might need to convene and figure out what to do because
Is
Just
it my
to
turn?
clarify, are we rolling for initiative?
Well, are we rolling for initiative, guys?
Yes.
You tell me. You're the one who's saying you're gonna kill her. So.
I'm going to kill her.
Oh my god.
Nat 20.
Wow.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
well,
kill her.
that doesn't really do anything as far as initiative goes.
Yeah, but
She
it's still
has-
impressive.
That is impressive. She is. Let me see. I have this.
God, Alfonso's going to annihilate.
Wow, he's
Coco.
having like a psychotic break. This is so scary.
the P did it. It was
What's
the urine.
It
your-
was the, yeah.
What's your dex?
It's
It
a
was
piss
the urine.
break. It's a classic piss break.
What's your dex modifier?
Mine?
Yeah, where it says plus initiative up at the top.
It's a
Oh, plus
potty
4.
break.
+4. Okay,
A
so you actually
potty
roll above a
break.
20.
24, actually.
Crazy.
Okay. Is anybody else going to
I
be
got a
involved in
6.
this? Okay.
Stan
Mer-
hasn't
I think-
processed what's
Yeah,
happening.
Meryl
yet.
and Stan are just kind of like watching like
we
Moms
like
the
our
Game,
we
like,
have just gotten to the location.
wondering if we need to get involved.
Yeah. So at this point, I look at Merle and I'm like, listen, I think they've got it covered. If I don't have to touch the P, maybe I won't. If they need my help, that might happen later.
So in that case, Alfonso, she's currently in the barrel. What do you do?
I'm going to cast force damage, which it says you magically mark one creature you can see within range as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 force damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack roll. You also have an advantage on any wisdom, perception, or survival check you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before your spell ends, you can take a bonus action to move the mark to a new creature.
All right, so you don't have to try to find the creature because you know where she is,
So
right?
yep. So I'm gonna cast that, which means
All right, so what is so roll to hit?
so I'm gonna use my bow and I'm gonna aim for that hole that she stuck her stupid finger out of.
You guys have such a weird thing about fingers.
So it should just be called fingers.
Right.
Ew, we can't.
Bloody
again,
fingers.
wrong audience.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
Perfect. So I'm 1d8 plus 4 and then a 1d6.
I loved it.
So
Thank you.
6, so 10 damage,
She's okay. Mm-hmm.
and then 1d6. 3. So what did I say? So 13 damage.
Okay.
Is that bitch dead yet?
Oh wow!
So much animosity. Let me math. She is dead. She's entering into death saving throws when it is her turn.
All right.
Wow. I've
Misphi,
never seen a
technically it's
psycho
your
have so
turn. Would
much
you like to
calm
do
confidence.
I
anything?
like morally don't know how to feel about this. To be honest, this all happened so fast.
I mean, we wanted to know more, but now we'll figure it out anyway.
I'm gonna use.
Meryl's just
healing
kind of like
word
staring into
on
the middle
Alfonso.
distance, like with a little bit of concern in his eyes, like a little bit unsure where to look.
Did you roll a
wait.
nat 1?
You probably have to.
Well,
say
hang on.
morally.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. If you roll, I gotta find your spells.
Oh,
over
are you
here.
healing me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I should have healed myself, actually.
You're too busy killing that woman in the barrel.
It's okay. You're on a mission.
Yeah.
Enraged.
Okay.
I am enraged.
If you did that in the 90s, you'd be on Crime Junkie now.
You're probably right.
I know.
Misphi, actually, yours is they regain hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Okay.
So 1d4 plus 3.
5.
So he heals 5. So now with
Boy.
Alfonso a bit less angry
Yes.
and more healed, and Coco
Oh yeah.
making
Shoe caca.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
TJ just looks over. He's like, "Bless you, babe."
Thank
So
you, Teach.
Coco is making death saving throws, and that is where we're gonna pause until the next episode where we see whether or not Coco lives or full on dies in that barrel in the woods,
This has gotten
covered
a
in
little
pee.
bit weirdly
covered
dark.
in her
I'll be
own
honest.
pee.
You're in trouble.
Oh, if we had party horns, we would shoot 'em.
Thank you so much for joining us for this amazing episode of Mystical Everyday Heroes. Tell everybody about this. We love sharing all of the love here. So tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your mechanic. We've been using a lot of them lately, and we're a big
We should
fan.
tell a mechanic. I bet he'd like it.
So we should put it on
Shout
a
out to
business
that
card, slide it
mechanic.
to your
We love you
mechanic.
guys.
Yeah,
You're
we really
you're
do.
literally the best.
They are fantastic. So a couple plugs for the end here. First of all, buy my book. It's so freaking cool. The Archivist Apprentice. If you're into mystical stuff, if you're into political intrigue and other kinds of shenanigans that involve magic and female protagonists, pick up my book. It's The Archivist Apprentice. We will link it in the link below.
Yes, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok, both at Mystical Everyday Heroes, all spelled out. We do all sorts of wild things on there.
Stan, let's set the scene.
Oh,
Great.
goodness.
You are behind Sentry Ankles as he is standing with his legs not even really spread, just moderately spread.
Moderately spread. Is
Moderately,
a crazy
like
thing to say.
shoulders width. It's a good shoulders width, but on a dwarf,
confident
that's not
stance.
very
So
big.
he's in a stance right now.
He's in a stance, but in a dwarf stance, and they do not have
Very
famously
stout.
like long legs.
A stance.
As he's surveying the area and plugging things for the other adventurers, like, hey guys, you should definitely try to. You ever consider having a dwarf in your adventuring team? That sounds like a great plan.
And meanwhile, Stan has crept behind Sentry Ankles and has squatted down into position just to get a good gander at what he's got going on down there. On
This
his-
is a crazy thing that you're saying.
Listen, Stan's a biter,
A biter.
and he's got to scout out what's going on. I don't want to have bugs in my teeth. I don't want to
It's a
have dirt
very
on my tongue.
specific kink.
Okay? It's got to be a clean ankle, otherwise I'm not biting it. So Stan's looking at what's going on. And in order to ensure he doesn't alert Sentry Ankles, he's holding his breath the whole time. And
As one does.
right.
When they are gandering at people's ankles.
Right. But he couldn't hold it long enough, and so eventually he like lets out a bunch of air onto said ankles.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
woo!
And Stan stands up and scurries back and
I'm getting
pretends he was
initiated,
there
y'all.
the whole time.
It's a cult. We're gonna be adventurers. Tell my cousin I said, hey, I'm gonna be an adventurer before he is. He breathed on my ankles. I feel good. Did he breathe on yours?
Cut.